Stocks can be quoted either on a fractional or a decimal form. So a little bit of history here. Prior to a 2001 ruling by U.S. regulators, U.S. stock markets used to use fractions. Okay? Since that ruling, they've moved to the decimal system. So why did they use this fractional system, specifically sixteenths, 1/16, for example? Well, it was based on the Spanish trading system made popular in the 1600s, which used fractions, not decimals. Why would they do that? Well, because back then they were trading gold doubloons, which were split in halves, quarters, and eighths. So that's the system they decided to use. So if you see a quote that's 20 and an eighth, well, 1/8 is 12.5 cents. Later, the stock market, the New York Stock Exchange, moved to sixteenths. So trades could be made for, or prices could change by 6.25 cents rather than 12.5 cents. Well, suppose you see these quotes here. Excel actually has functions that will just do the calculations for you. You can easily just, divide by 5/16, 5 divided by 16, and add it to the number. But, you might as well take advantage of the fact that Excel has these functions that do this. So, for example, suppose you happen to be looking up data and it happens to be quoted this way. If you see 30.05, this is the fractional system. That doesn't mean $30.05. That means 30 and 5/16. So we could take 5 and divide it by 16 and then add it to the 30. That fraction would be the cents. Or we can use this function here, and the function happens to be $DE. So it's dollar to decimal place. So you put in the fractional dollar, and then you put in the fraction, which is sixteenths, and you get 30.3125. So $30.3125. If you took 5 and divided it by 16, you would get 0.3125. Now suppose you see the quote the other way. So you see it quoted as the decimal dollar. So for here I have 45.875. And again, we could figure out what this is, or we can use the function in Excel, which in this case is $FR. This is going to be the fractional format. Again, it asks us for the dollar decimal version and the fraction. And we get 45.14. That's 45 and 14/16. So 14/16 is 7/8, and if you take 7 and divide it by 8, you get 0.875. So an easy way to convert from the fractional dollar to the decimal dollar, or from the decimal dollar to the fractional dollar.